apparently these are the most in-demand luxury items at the moment, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to tell you whether or not I think they're worth your money. Who am I? Just somebody that's just got too many opinions to keep inside and wants to share them on the internet. Basically, Gab Waller is one of, if not the most famous sort of luxury sorceress. Source spelt S-O-U-R-C-E. She is a personal shopper. She built her brand gabwaller.com and basically is the go-to for celebrities to help them find hard to get luxury items. So based on the demand that she's been seeing to her business, she does this list on Vogue monthly that's like, these are the most must-have designer pieces at the moment. And I thought we would take a little moment to have a squiz through the list. She's released January and February. We're going to go through some of the highlights, otherwise this video will be 45 minutes long, and just tell you whether or not I think that they're worth it. I've also had the pleasure of meeting Gab once before, and she is an absolutely lovely person, truly deserves all the success in the world. I will have the article linked below in case you want to see everything in more detail. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Okay, so let's start off with February. This one does not surprise me, and also I want it, so I completely agree. However, the price a bit, let's get to it. So this is the Jacquemus La Robe Castagne draped mini dress in red. So Jacquemus recently had their lace sculpture show. This was on the catwalk. Kylie Jenner wore it to the show. It has these really round, sort of reminiscent of an NFL player's armour. Is it called armour? The uniform, the protectant of the shoulder, that. It's bulbous on the shoulders, it's exaggerated, and then the rest of it is sort of bodycon, but it's got this sort of sheer material that's wrapped around it as well to give a bit of movement, a bit of body. And I really liked it, and of course it had a mock neck, had a tiny turtleneck, and you know me, if there's a turtleneck involved I approve, 90% of the time. So here we go. What she said here, I'm already seeing sold out across multiple websites, and it's just launched. This also does come in black. This is $1,600. It's just over £1,000, I believe. And that for Jacquemus, I was a bit like, oh, excuse me there. I wasn't ready. Jacquemus, you know, contemporary brand, on the rise. I wasn't expecting this much money. Does it have more workmanship than some of the Jacquemus dresses we've come to know? Probably yes, but still I was like, okay, that's what sort of pulled me back on it. Do I think it's a great dress? Of course. I think it's great, and you know me, I don't even like red. But I saw this one, I was like, maybe I do now. Okay, these annoy me. These are the Prada satin mules, right? They are these little square-toed mules. They come in a range of colours. They're satin. Like I said, they have a square toe. They have a square sort of toe entrance at the front there. And it's a kitten heel. There is one thing that I do think is great about these shoes, and I will say I love the fact that they use the Prada triangle as the heel. I like that. I thought that was good. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing there, and that's quite fun. I hate everything else about this shoe. This shoe, to me, is like a slipper. It's like a nothing little nothingness. And again, you know, it does give very much, you know, the mum from The Parent Trap would wear it. And that woman can do no wrong. So fair enough. For her, she can have a go. If I were to try these on and clop my way through life, I would just simply look ridiculous, okay? And I just don't think that they look nice. Really, that's the long and short of it. It's like, you know, the Gucci little kitten heels. There's a kitten heel. I see it. You know I'm not a kitten heel fan, but at the same time I see those and I'm like, but that's cute. That's cute. Because the kitten heel looks like a little bit sassy. This one is just, it's sad. I don't know if it's the square toe against it. It's just the Bottega Veneta Falcon Clutch, recently worn by Hailey Bieber and Morgan Stewart. The Falcon Clutch is a very quickly, as a current most requested Bottega style, which is shocking. It's got a compartmented interior with a zippered pocket and 2 flat pockets. Okay, so it fits a lot, great. And the look is is my heart even still beating there? I think if we can sort of squint and put all our focus into it, we can maybe... It's just, no, it's a bit sad. Okay, so the Tory Birch pierced mules. I saw a lot of talk about this when they first came down the runway. The pierced mule is her most requested style, with what appears to be an almost full-size run available online now, right? Again, I would put these in a similar bucket to the Prada ones, which, again, shows a trend, right? These are similar-ish sort of shoes. Clearly people are interested in them. Clearly I'm not within that cohort of people. It's the front, it's the pointed toe. The pierce bit doesn't bother me. The pierce bit, I'm like, okay, cool, nice little hardware pop, go on with your life. What's that with the sort of heel that's in it but not? Is that even comfortable? I don't know. Why am I talking about comfortability when previously I'm like, as long as it looks nice, I'll deal with it. It's sort of oldie-worldy bedroom slippers once again. Not a fan. I have seen a lot of talk about this brand, Servette. Style recently worn by Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. Well, I started to do some digging on the Symmetry pochette and was certainly not surprised to see the two words sold out across multiple colourways. This is why, I think this is a good one, let me tell you why. It's very similar to the Loro Piana L19, L23, L27, whatever else pouches, but it does have a bit more structure. Which obviously some people like, some people don't like. It also gives kind of Kelly Pochette vibes. I like the roundedness of the hardware that's the closure. And look at the price. The price is a lot more palatable compared to, oh, let me go and do a Loro Piana one. Let me go and try my luck at a Kelly Pochette. So I understand why they're selling out. And again, it all matches into what's trending at the moment, which is that simple, timeless classic, all of this. Alia embellished mesh ballet flats. So we knew they were big last year. This year they've come back in mesh and they have this sort of gold globule, a gold cuff across the front of the foot, which I'm always here for a hardware pop, so go off. Are the ballet flats for me? No, but if I saw somebody in these, I'd be like, oh, these are cute, good for you. The Alia Teckle bag. Not to say I told you so, but I get my moments rarely. Okay, so can we just, small snaps for Cassie. I told you this was a good bag. Now, there are more colours dropping, so if I were you, I'd stick it out. I've heard April. I don't know if this is the truth or not. I don't know if somebody was just throwing me a lie, okay, to keep me going. A little bit of hope in my future. So, if you're interested in colours, wait for then. If you're not and you want something more neutral, jump on it now. It's a good one. It's a great bag. I've tried it in person. It's brilliant. So, glad to see she's a worthy winner on this list. I have also spoken about this, the Loewe Pebble Bucket Mini Bag. Spring, summer, I think people sort of gravitate a little bit more towards bucket bags. I don't know why. It does seem a little bit sort of resorty. You know, I'm spreading my toes into a sandy beach, and then I'll deal with the repercussions of the sand later. I do actually really like this stuff from Loewe. It's very sort of user-friendly. The loop closes it. I really like this big pebble that they're doing, and they're doing it in a lot of pieces, which I believe we will also see later on. But it's just this really nice little lump, just a rounded, chunky lump of silver hardware with the Loewe anagram debossed in there. And as we can see here, the dress that sort of matches. The Loewe tank dresses last year, winner. Okay, people were loving them, they're easy, you throw them on, you put your flip-flops on, live your best life, okay? Similar kind of thing here but it sort of pinches in at the middle, so it's got a different sort of neckline, but it's pinched together by said pebble again. I like the pebble. I would like to see more of the pebble, so I'm into it. And apparently this also comes in a top version, in case you don't want to commit to a dress, so that's great. Prada Raffia dual buckle slide sandals. Oh, it's just a Raffia dad sandal. I thought those days were behind us. I thought we were waving at them on the back of the ship like, thank you, but see you some other time. I thought we were doing a bit of that. Apparently not. Dior Lady DJoy micro bag. Hello. Right, so highly requested on our DMs over the last week, the Valentine's Day. So basically Dior did the Dior Canage, which is on all of the DJoy. She's at the back, but you know she's there. But instead of the square connect, they sort of integrated these heart motifs, which I thought was really cute and very well done, to be honest with you. And I think also because it's such a like cutesy little bag, it adds to it. It's a bit playful. If you're going to do that with a bag, this is a good one to do it with. So the pink has been most requested, but the white, beige and red are also a part of this. And the micro is the smallest size of this bag. I have the regular size. There is a small and then there's the micro. The micro still does fit a phone. Good information to know. I would not be opposed to adding one more to my collection, to be honest with you. I think the D-Joy is a really, really great bag style. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see people giving it the attention that it deserves. Okay, Jacques-Marie Mage sunglasses. This is by far one of the most requested sunglasses brands. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be all high and mighty and that I know everything, because I don't. But to be honest with you, I've only very recently been introduced to Jacques-Marie Mage as a brand. And what they do is they have this range of sunglasses styles, but each of them have a very limited quantity and they're all numbered. So it's kind of like art, right? There's like 150 pieces. You might have piece 1 all the way through to piece 150. And that's it. There's a limited run and then they move on to the next style. I really like that. I think that it feels very, you know, luxury and luxurious. I don't know, it makes things feel a little bit more special. They're not the cheapest of sunglasses, so keep that top of mind. These ones are 820 and that is, honestly, maybe the cheapest pair I've seen. So the limited quantity does come with a price. I've also never tried on a pair in person, but I have heard the quality is amazing. Gucci Crystal G-ribbed knit pencil skirt. The request for runway pieces came in fast post the show. Okay, it's just a midi skirt in a sort of greeny, it looks sort of velvety, little G. So there's that. There's really nothing to like, nothing not to like. It's, you know, it's sort of one of those. Miu Miu mini woven tote bag. This is a new season style that's only just launched, but I anticipate that its demand will only increase over current months. We all love, well, people love raffia for the summer. I've like one raffia tote and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine with me. But some people really like lean into the raffia of it all. You know, they're really getting their use on their holidays and all of that. And, you know, good for you. I wish I was on a beach more often. But this is a cute one. You know, it's easy. I like the fact that the Miu Miu logo is sort of crocheted on there, so it sort of fits in with the vibe. This does feel very easy. Like, oh my gosh, we're having a last minute trip to the Maldives. Nobody goes on a last minute trip to the Maldives. That is a planned trip, Cassie. But anyway, you know what I mean. We're going to a hot sunny little resort place. What bag should I take? Grab your little Miu Miu woven one. I see it. Okay, it's fine. So in January, she sort of focused on bags. I can't talk about this bag anymore. And so I shan't, but you're not surprised, the Romargot bag. Great. Okay. This bag I've been wanting to talk about. This is the Totem T-Lock Suede Clutch. It comes in suede, it comes in other leathers, whatever, okay? In 1 week, in one singular week, I saw 2 people carrying this bag. Now, you might go, 2 is not a big enough pool of people to determine the success of something, right? Okay, and fine. But I'm just saying, in New York, if you see 2 people carrying a bag that's not like, I don't know, a very obvious, you know, like a Neverfull or something like that, this bag is a popular bag, okay? And this, I saw it, and I really quite like this. I think this is a good one. I mean, she is a clutch, but it does have a crossbody strap. She sort of, the lock on it sort of folds down and adds to the slouchy relaxedness of the bag. You've just got the little hardware T of the lock there. And I saw it in action, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a cute little everyday bag that can also do evening. I'm into it. I can see why it's popular, and look at the price. Look at the price, under $1,000. Palatable. As I continue to keep a close eye on Burberry, one style that has jumped out at me is the rose leather clutch, producing a number of colourways. Did a fun take on a classic clutch style. So, I touched this in person, and I don't think this is an easy bag style. But the thing is that I've been seeing a few people gravitate towards this on social media, blah, 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 people dressing for the show. I'm seeing the rose clutch and all of that. Out of probably all of the new Daniel Lee bags for Burberry, this is the one that I've seen the most of, even though I think the Peg bag is phenomenal. That's the best one out at the moment. I'm just saying. So I definitely see where she's coming from. Do I think it's a great bag in general? I think it's fine. The closure is like those two... It's like the two metal strips that sort of bend to open and bend to close. It's like a mouth, right? And so you do have to do a bit of weaseling in. And then my question is, how does one hold it with still getting the impact of said rose? You know, if you're pinching the side, I'm not getting a rose anymore. I'm just getting folds of fabric. If you do it under there, once again, I'm not seeing the rose of it all. So I have many questions about this bag. And I did also recently see that it was done in the gabardine, in the same sort of like trench material in the check, and I love the check, and I thought it looked cool in the green. But again, I still don't think it's the easiest bag. Let me know what you think of some of these pieces. I mean, it's very much in style with what we're seeing in terms of trends and kind of, you know, like people's buying patterns generally. So a lot of those didn't really surprise me, but obviously I think some are worth it more than others. Guys, let me know what you thought. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father...
If you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.